Emotions, they can be very fickle and powerful, especially fear. Fear is an emotion that can distort reality the most. It can make you see a innocuous or at least a bad situation as something far worse than it actually is. And oftentimes it can compel you to do something very sudden and very extreme, something that you'll regret most likely. The reason this happens is because your brain is kind of trained to treat fear as a life or death situation, and you think that if you don't deal with the problem now, it's never going to go away. And in some cases, that might be true. But in our modern age, where we have a lot more space, a lot more leeway with how we manage our time, it can be we can often forget that we now have luxuries that the people of the past weren't afforded, and that it's most prominent in social platforms like Discord, but in general, a lot of places on the internet, you have the ability to step back and pause. The thing about your computer or your phone or just any program is that it's a means of communication, but it's not the same as actually being in the same room as someone. And that means you can turn it off, step away, and lie down, take a moment to breathe and reevaluate your options, do some self-soothing, whatever it is you need to do in order to calm down. And it's important that you do this because oftentimes you'll make the worst decisions when you're emotional. And it's important that you don't forget this either. Like right now, for example, I'm trying to think of what it is I want to say, and I don't know what specifically to say. So I'm going to step back and pause. I know that silence can be very, very uncomfortable. It's it's a moment of great uncertainty, and it can feel like something bad has already happened, and the only way to stop it is to do something. And I'm not saying that, it's not true. Sometimes it is like that, but a lot of times it isn't. But you should make a habit of pausing, at the very least, so that you become able to recognize the situations that aren't as bad as your brain makes them out to be. And then you can stop yourself from making things worse. Do something that is actually good, or at least does the least harm. I'm making this video because I failed this majorly recently. Many, many, many times. I got sandwiched between two friends, and I unnecessarily allowed one to get hurt. It was a learning experience for me because it reminded me, or well, revealed to me, things I suppose I knew deep down, but the sheer extent of which I didn't understand until then. I'm not a good person. I'm controlled by fear and a sense of obligation, and that has led me to do horrible things. So, this video is a reminder for both you and me to just step back and pause and think about the right thing to do.